Welcome to Central Georgia Focus. I'm your host, Raymond Tubb. Well, the Macon-Bibb County Commission moves into a new phase of the board's makeup. They've got 4 new members out of 9 as a result of term limits. Our commissioners are elected every 4 years and may serve up to 3 terms. From road concerns to property taxes to recreation, people look to the commissioners to enact the laws, ordinances, and resolutions to keep the city running smoothly. 2 newly elected commissioners, Joey Hewlett of District 4 and Donna Bryant of District 8, are all ready to go to work, and they were sworn in for their first terms in January. Commissioners Stanley Stewart and Brendlyn Bailey are returning to the board to serve full terms now. And we are going to start out our show meeting with our 2 newest members of the Board of Commissioners, Commissioner Joey Hewlett of District 4 and Commissioner Donna Bryant of District 8. And we welcome you both to the show for today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Donna, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I recently retired from the Sheriff's Department, so I've been there about 25 years. I was born in Perry, Georgia, moved to Atlanta when I was about 12 or 13. That's where I graduated, and I moved here in '98. And I've been here in my community working the jail, did patrol, wrote warrants, so pretty much every aspect of Bibb County Sheriff's Office. I was originally in the Sheriff Department, and I was working in District 8. That happens to be the district that I live in. So I just wanted to be a commissioner because I was like retiring, and I wanted to know what else I could do in my community that I've already done.
And Joey, tell us about yourself.
Well, I've lived here all my life. I've lived here. I went to Agnes Barton Grammar School, Southwest High School, went straight from there, straight to the fire department, stayed there 35 years. I'm a licensed contractor, so I did other jobs and stuff, but really just wanted to help the community out, knew a lot about it. That's the reason I chose to run for county commissioner.
And you had a history in public service as well. You worked as a firefighter at one point?
Yes, sir, 35 years.
How did that prepare you for what you're doing?
Well, basically, it prepared a little bit with the neighborhood watch programs were good. Got to work at a lot of different stations, meet a lot of different people throughout the community. Listen to all their concerns, because it was different areas of town. So basically, I just got a little interest in it and moved forward with that direction.
And Commissioner Bryant, you also, public service, you mentioned the Sheriff's Department. Did that help you out as you were running for office and serving now?
Yes, it did. And as Joey said, working for the Bibb County Sheriff's Office, you learn to meet different people in all diverse walks in the area, and you learn to help with their concerns and, kind of put out, not literally put out fires, but put out the fires that they have, the conflicts that they're going on, and just meeting people and taking them in as family and friends and getting to know them.
What drove you to run for commission? Was there one overarching issue or just a feeling that you just wanted to serve that community?
I've always been outspoken in my community, attended neighborhood watches, dealt with a lot of the youth, and I started seeing the youth that I saw growing up with my kids in youth ball. I started seeing them being incarcerated, and I started seeing things that when I talked to them, and they were just saying that, our neighborhood is declining and we need somebody to step in and help out with some of these things. And I started thinking about it, and I said, well, who would be a better person than me? I'm already out here in it, so let's go.
Commissioner Hewlett, how about you?
Basically the same thing. I mean, I went through the fire department all the way through all the ranks, got to know a lot of different personnel throughout my time, and just overall just started thinking about what I wanted to do in later life, and I felt like this was I'd been there all my life, so I just wanted to kind of give back to the community and the things that I'd learned throughout time and stuff like that. That's it. Just the leadership classes that I took at the fire department really prepared me for it, and then I kind of, you start off maturing as you go, and I feel like now I've matured up, so I was ready for the task.
Now, you mentioned already being active in the community before you ever got into office, but since you've gotten in, you've also been holding some town hall meetings, getting some feedback from people. What kind of things are you getting out of that?
Well, I haven't held the town hall meetings. I have 3 scheduled. I have one coming up this Thursday at Community Church of God on Bethesda Avenue. And the first month, I was just trying to observe and listen to what was going on, and now I'm ready to get out there. And I want to know what the concerns and the issues, and I want solutions to not just, griping about it. I want people to actually they get committed to helping out the community, because it just doesn't take me. This is not going to be a day. It's going to take some time, and they're going to have to be involved. So I'm really wanting to reach out to the community and make sure I get them involved.
And what are you doing to get feedback from the community?
Well, basically right now I'm trying to learn the job. The job's overwhelming, you know, like I say. I'm not in the position to give a lot of meetings right now because I don't know a lot of stuff. I am reading all the literature that I get and trying to learn as I go. I feel as if that's probably going to take some time. I tell people in the community there's some stuff that happened prior to me that I don't understand, but I'm trying to learn what I can do and move forward to help the people in District 4 and also the people in Macon-Bibb County as a whole.
What are some of the concerns that are unique to District 4?
Basically, roads. A lot of troubles with roads. Crime. Every community has crime, but those are, two of the biggest topics, and we're trying to, possibly eliminate as much of that as we can.
And for those that aren't familiar, tell us where District 4 covers.
District 4 changed. When they redid the district, and I didn't understand it either. I've got mostly all of Zebulon Road. I go out of Zebulon down Colaparchie. It's kind of a weird shape, but then I even go down and catch Howard Oaks and come back across and catch Idlehour. So it's a different situation. I got Clearwater, Barrington Hall, then I got Beaver Oaks. So it's really a big stepping stone for me to learn everything about it right now. So I tell people, just give me time and I'll do the best I can.
And then your district also has its own unique challenges. Tell us a little bit about what area covers it, and what are some of the challenges or things that you're focused on for your district?
My unique challenges in my district is, like he said, pretty much roads, and I'm a witness to the stormwater drains that haven't been serviced since maybe 1960 or 1985. Mine actually fell in on the road. So I was like, okay, let me start doing the research on how long it's been since they came through and serviced these drains. And abandoned houses, I ride through neighborhoods and I ride through different communities, and I see most abandoned houses over in District 8. And District 8 for me starts at Anthony Road, where Church's Chicken is, and it goes down by Captain D's, a couple of the streets there, and it goes all the way to Rocky Creek and make a right going down through Bloomfield, and you get South O'Hara, Robin Hood, all that, and then it stops at Nancy Drive, and then it goes all the way out to Dixon Road, and then you got Pineworth and Heath Road, and then it comes back, it skips again, like he says, it skips again by the mall area and picks up at Christian Avenue all the way back to Anthony Road. So it doesn't get the left side of Mercer if you're going up.
So you both have a very geographically and economically diverse areas that you're covering there then.
Yes.
So, of course, you have your district issues, but then you also have big picture issues for Macon and Bibb County as well. What are some of the big picture things that you're looking at over the next 4 years and that you'd like to see this board tackle together? And we'll start with you, Donis.
The biggest issue I see right now is allocating money to specific projects in the neighborhoods, allocating it to be able to say, hey, we're going to get this road paved, or we're going to get this stormwater drain fixed, or we're going to do something with these abandoned houses. But that would be my biggest challenge, to make sure that our community gets it, some of the monies that are being allocated through the government.
And how about with you?
Well, basically, we're all fixing to vote on SPLOST money. We know that. That's in March. We really need to get out and support that issue, because I believe that we do need that money to revamp a lot of stuff. Right now, the administration before us did an excellent job with the money. I just think we can do more, move forward. I like to see Macon, because of its central location, to move forward around past a lot of these cities around us.
What final thoughts would you like to leave us with?
Well, basic for the people to get out and vote for the SPLOST. Like I say, as far as I am on the people, for me, just give me some time to really learn the job, because I'm new at it and it's taken me some time, but I promise you that I will work as hard as I can for District 4 and the whole city of Macon and learn the job and be able to have more input than I do right now, because I'm unsure of everything going on.
How about with you?
Same is, I think that we're going to we're going to be good as a community as a whole, as the commissioners with the mayor. We just have to work together. And so far, I'm loving working with the people that I'm working with. And I think the community is only strong as everybody together. I think that the elections are very important, not just for the SPLOST, but the local elections are more important for me than for going out voting for your president and anybody else, because the local elections, people don't understand, they serve the people, the elected officials serve the people that they work with, the community, the things that happen in their neighborhoods, in their communities. And so I want people to get more involved in just getting out voting, period. Knowing what the elections are about, knowing what's being voted on, knowing what's on the ballot, understanding it and doing the research. And for my community, I just hope we all get together and work together and help out with other communities. So not just tie it down to District 8, but when somebody's doing something in another district, we all need to come together as a community and as a city as a whole.
Well, Commissioner Donis Bryant, Commissioner Joey Hewlett, thank you all for joining us. And when we return, you're going to hear from two more members of the Macon-Bibb County Commission, District 3 Stanley Stewart and District 9's Brennan Bailey. Welcome back to Central Georgia Focus. We are meeting the new Macon-Bibb County Commissioners for the 2025 session, and right now we are joined by Commissioner Stanley Stewart of District 3 and Commissioner Brennan Bailey, who is in District 9. And the two of you returned to the board. You are newer commissioners, but you did get a little bit of time under your belt, filling in some terms and getting some experience. And both of you have been very active in your neighborhoods even before you got elected. And Commissioner Bailey, talk just a little bit about the district that you serve and what are some of the unique needs for it.
Presently, the district that I serve is District number 9 here, and it's consumed of over 17,000 people. And of those people that I represent, we have a serious need to rebuild our infrastructure. Some years ago, we had roads that really needed attention, and then we have properties that are there in District 9 that also need rehab. And these are some of the things that under consolidated government that we've been working upon. Now that we have the new infrastructure in place with the amphitheater that's there, our Macon Mall is functioning as one of our business centers, as well as selling different things to our public. We are increasing our visibility to other industries. And other industries are looking at Macon. They're looking at Macon to come to Macon and to rebuild here in Macon. So as you drive through District 9, you're gonna see a lot of building up. You're gonna see that not only do new industries get the opportunity to buy these particular properties, but individuals can also buy these particular properties, and you'll see them online at Macon-Bibb.us. And it'll give you the opportunity to get in on that market as well. But as we move forward, we're looking to rebuild that infrastructure, to rebuild our parks and recreations, also to advance the visibility of our area, and to let surrounding areas know that we are viable. We're viable in our neighborhood, and we are full contributors to consolidated government.
And Stanley, you cover East Macon, and a lot going on in East Macon right now. You've got the Mulgee National Monument that's growing, and I say it time and time again on the show, but I don't think people have a true grasp of just how big that's going to be for Macon economically, tourism-wise. And then you've got several big development projects that are planned to kind of connect East Macon to downtown Macon.
We do, Raymond. I really appreciate you and WMAZ for having us here today. And you're right, East Macon is a special place. I mean, we're sitting in the heart of East Macon right now at WMAZ. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those projects are really big. The East Macon project is a $350 million project going to the old mill site. The goal is to try to catch tourists going from Atlanta to Savannah and from Savannah to Atlanta. And of course, if we get that national park as a distinction there, it would bring more people, more tourists to this area. One of the biggest things we also are working on is the Fort Hill Park at Eastview. I co-wrote a grant before becoming a commissioner, and it's kind of taken to fruition now. That grant was for $15,000 for the park at Eastview. And on March the 20th, we'll have another announcement from another one of our corporate neighbors in which they're going to grant $50,000. So that's $65,000 of private funds coming into that area. By the end of the year, we'll have $100,000 of private funds coming into that one park in Fort Hill. So the goal, my goal, is to try to make sure that we build section by section here in East Macon, and we're doing a great job at it, and we can't thank the citizens enough for all their support.
Of course, Fort Hill, basically the birthplace of Macon, one of the oldest neighborhoods in the area, and a lot there. And I know a lot of proud people. I remember back in the mid-'90s, there was a crime problem, and crime was growing in there, and the neighbors got out and marched the streets and worked to take that community back and the security back. But what are some things the Commission is doing, too, to try to help with security and safety in those areas? I know we're seeing a lot of cameras going up around town.
Yeah, well, you got cameras going up, and I think the biggest thing is what I call the human infrastructure, what you just touched on. The citizens coming out, getting involved in their community, getting involved in meetings. The Fort Hill Neighborhood Association is a wonderful association. Meets every month right over here at Rosa Jackson. I'm a part of that. So yeah, we're trying to do great things there. Fort Hawkins, you mentioned that. I've been in contact with the Fort Hawkins Commission. We want to make sure that that area becomes, again, a tourist area, because you've got 3 different ancestral bloods, if you will, all 3, which basically in me as well, Black, White, Native American, but all 3 are there at that location. At one time, that was the Wolf Oak Plantation, and so you've got the African American aspect. At one time, the westernmost part of the United States of America was the Ocmulgee River, so you have the soldiers who were in uniform there. Then, of course, you have the Native American aspect. So it takes all of us here in Macon, Georgia, working together based on our history, making sure we go forward, making a better city for all of us.
And how about in your area as well? I know safety, security, crime, another issue, and you're also working with cameras and also development of parks like Fillmore Thomas and other public places as well.
Yes, and thank you for asking. We're presently about to give out more than 500 cameras to our residents, so that this is going to help them to maintain the security of their area. And what we want to do first is to serve our seniors first, and then everyone else secondly. We're going to start over in the Bloomfield area and work our way to the Bellevue area, also Cherokee Heights, and then the surrounding areas. And not only do we have the security cameras that are going to be, in place in every individual home, but we also have those flock cameras that are going to help us. And what we want our citizens to know is that we are present, we want them to be secure, and we want them to have the documentation that's needed when something happens in their area and they need to turn in that documentation. And most of all, we want those citizens that are out there that are involved in these criminal activities to know that there's nowhere to hide anymore, and that we are on the job 100% in consolidated government, and we stand 100% behind our sheriffs and behind our police officers that are performing outstanding heroics in this area for our district. I know that there has been some problems in the past. However, our past problems are being rectified, and we're moving forward. We're moving forward as a consolidated union. And when I say consolidated, I want everyone to feel that they are a part of what's going on in consolidated government. It's your voices that we need. So continue to give us a call. I get calls on Saturday, Sunday. It's perfectly fine with me. Continue on giving us a call and making us those recommendations. We are listening, and we do have a mayor that's listening as well.
We talked about some of the issues with your individual districts, but overall, what are some of the big picture issues that you feel like commissioners need to come together as a whole and tackle over the next 4 years that you're in office? And we'll begin with you.
Okay. The first thing I would like to do is to acknowledge my 501Cs that have been doing an outstanding job for District 9. And as our mayor stated in our MVP program, that we're going to need all boots on ground with this, so there's no initiative too small where you can't be used to help our citizens. I'd like to give a big salute to Mother's Nest, which is owned by Sabrina Friday, and Mother's Nest helps support our team and our team efforts to get them jobs, housing, help them with parenting, as well as counseling, and help with the basics of life choices. And then
I know there are a lot of different groups out there and a lot of work to be done. We're a little tight on time, so I wanted to give Commissioner Stewart a little bit of talk about.
I think for me it's economic development. You know, Macon still has a poverty rate anywhere from 25 to 35%, depending on which area of town you're in. And so we've got to find ways to raise the tides of all the ships of Macon, so to speak. And by doing that, we all flourish. So to me, economic development is one of the main things we got to find a better way to get a handle on.
I remember the old saying, a rising tide raises all boats.
It raises all ships, and we're in this together, and a better Macon is dependent on all of us working together.
And any final thoughts in our last minute?
No, we just, we look forward to all the commissioners working together, working with the current administration, and going forward to make sure that we do the things that are necessary for all Maconites. That's my goal.
Commissioner Bailey?
Citizens, together we can accomplish much. When we divide, that is when it's difficult and time-consuming to actually make those changes that we so desperately need. So we're looking forward to your buy-in here in consolidated government, and keep those phone calls coming. This way, we're making sure that we're doing exactly what you need, and that we're there for you, in service to you.
All right, well, thank you all for joining us, and we are going to be right back with more, and Central Georgia Focus continues. Welcome back to Central Georgia Focus. I'm your host, Raymond Tubb, and we've been talking to the new Macon-Bibb County Commissioners that are taking their seats this year. And if you need to contact your commissioner, you just visit Macon-Bibb.us Commissioner, and there you will find a full list of all of the commissioners that serve Macon and Bibb County, along with the contact information. It includes their cell phone numbers and emails, and as you can see, each member's information is listed right there. There's also a map, and that can help you find your specific commissioner and see what district you're in and what area it covers and some of the needs in that district as well. Now, just as a reminder, the Macon-Bibb County Commission meets in commission chambers at the old City Hall. It's now the City Government Center. It's located at 700 Poplar Street, and they meet at 6 p.m. every first and third Tuesday of the month. That's when they have their entire whole commission meeting. They have other committee meetings before then. The Committee of the Whole meets every second Tuesday starting at 9 a.m. in that same location. And then, of course, the meetings are open to the public. People can come in and observe if you want to speak. They ask that you get on the list there. And again, as the commissioners that we spoke to today all mentioned, they have plenty of, they like to hear from you, and if you have a specific need, they have their contact information that we showed you earlier, and you can always bring any concerns directly to them and talk to them, and they promise to be responsive to your needs. Well, we appreciate you joining us, and we will see you back here next time on Central Georgia Focus.